Look! There's the... Good idea! Let's approach him...
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and... Also, why is he...
Didn't expect to see him.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine.
He's a scholar too?
No. Razak was never involved in any of those things. Leaving that question aside for the moment, looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully...
Loaded with...
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry. The symptoms are identical.
Huh?
Allow me to jog your memory. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh!
Correct. The academia is behind. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru, as well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends. This scheme has... Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago. Beneath the... Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret, and look for no further The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may...
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. But there's still one very important question.
Throughout this process, one thing... First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were... An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing...
Resource?
One possibility is that the information in their brain...
Extracted?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, perhaps the process caused them great suffering.
So, the human brain...
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were... Or perhaps, his curiosity got the better...
Hyman's a little confused.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, however, the academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge. But what is there? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge.
You mean you're not even slightly interested?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge. But I'm not extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything... This matter needs to be correct.
Wait! Didn't you step in to help because you've...
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria... There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru. And the same can be said for the rest of Tevat as well.
Probably not.
You can say that. Simply put, the Divine Knowledge Capsule is something I want to investigate in full.
Hyman's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of...
Though I must say, uniqueness is also an asset.
Wow, that's a great way to think about it.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step after...
We're back!
You must be tired. You should
What's the situation?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless...
So, at one point in time,
Yep, pretty much.
their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village. Yet, they fled once we were...
Yeah,
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the...
huh? Are our friendship...
Looks like none of you have realized. We're in... Sino. You're the reason...
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference.
So what you're saying is... Interesting. And here I thought you were the most...
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take it, simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive... If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can...
The academia is...
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia... I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all...
You're saying that the academia entered... But what's the point in doing that?
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that
So that's how it is. Sino, tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. Sino, don't take it to heart.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements,
Whoa.
there is always an opportunity.
Oh, so that's how it is! If the academia is trying to Yep, that's...
they'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him! Please, wait! I want to go I want to find Grandpa.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Paimon feels like we're missing